Good morning, and welcome to the Daily Driver Podcast. Well, it's Saturday for me, but let's roll this out on Mondays and try and do it every morning. Usually it'll be from my commute, which is about 7 miles, like 6.8, on the freeway a little bit. And so I'll get to the car, turn on the camera, start her up, and then I'll drive right to work, right? So this will be good. It's called the Daily Driver Podcast with your host, Anthony Lindsey. And mostly about driving a 23-year-old car, as my daily driver, a classic daily driver. So stay tuned. But I'll take you around this Saturday in long form for a short, and we'll see how you like it. Episode 1 of the Daily Driver. It's Saturday, so what I normally do is drive it to get my mail at a post office box. And I get mail for everybody else in the world but myself, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But what I think I might have to do is send my old keys back to my old P.O. box with a nice letter, and then I'll just start getting all my mail, right? I keep putting in these change of address forms, and they keep going through, but nothing seems to happen, so we'll try that. And so I go there first. Then I go and I fill up the car for, usually it's about $35 during lunch. So I went to work, found this apartment, applied for it. So there was an extra few bucks worth of gas, but still, for the most part, pretty good. Get my glasses. Anyway. So that's that. So I get mail. So I get up. I have to get to the mailbox by noon. Today I was there at 11:58. So I did that, and then went and got gas. After I got a little coffee, so I didn't get that caffeine headache. Because I work in a new office now, and I don't have access to all the coffee, so I have to make it last as I get through all my data entry. So. Yeah, the Daily Driver Podcast. We'll go driving around in a bit in Fresno. But yeah, it's she's holding up well. I'm about to change her rear brake pads soon. She's got a few more drives left in her. I've been eating like crap for the past few days. So snacks here and there, donuts. I got a zit happening, so I'm gonna go and eat a bunch of pizza. Then I'll have it in the fridge to warm up later, and I'll get a burger for dinner. And I like that it's cheap and they don't give you very many fries, so it's like you're portioning yourself. So yeah, the Daily Driver. We'll go driving in a bit. I'm gonna get a pizza, and I might hit a thrift store. We'll do a little daily driver thrift store hit, maybe. And then I'll go home, get her parked in the shade for the rest of the day. And I'll wash her later, because now at work, I have shade to park under, but there's now sap all over the car at the end of the day. So after a few days, it builds up. So I washed it Thursday night. No, Wednesday night, and then of course Thursday and Friday night you can see little sparkles. So I have to get that washed. So anyway, the Daily Driver. So yes, welcome to my Saturday routine. I just had a Me and Ed's pizza. Forgot my microphones, forgot my regular camera. But I had to get out of the house. My window was clear. I was only giving myself about 5 minutes of leeway before I had to get to the post office. So anyway, I had my over a quarter of a pizza on a Saturday afternoon. I'm about to have a little probiotic soda. And I'm going to drive back home, get my shady spot, and I'm going to edit a few YouTube videos. But this has been the Daily Driver, and I'll let you see my drive home. It's through we'll take Maroa and we'll go all the way to the Tower District, and then we will be done with today's episode of The Daily Driver, a podcast where I take footage from my commute and my Saturday errands, and I help you sort of be in my shoes for a great Fresno life, which is great. I just left the Bay Area in Berkeley. I was just grinding away at nothing, spinning my wheels forever. Years were just flying by, and now I realized, I just heard that the place I was working for was about to close in September. It's June, middle of June. So yeah, so my instincts were correct. I gave Future Man a good thing for once, which is a good job. I've worked hard. I'm overwhelmed now with work, which I like. I'll get it done. And I'm enjoying Fresno life in the car, the classic daily driver. She's getting me there and back every day, and she's a trooper. Everything feels brand new on her. The clutch feels brand new. I just have to keep her out of the sun, and I will. When I forgot to do that, the RPM gauge went haywire. So, and now I ask you, should I remove the noise insulation from under the bonnet, under the hood lid? Right? All that insulation, all that noise protection stuff. It seems like it's making the engine hotter. Am I wrong? Or is it keeping it cool? Somehow insulating it from all the heat. I think the former. So anyway, that might be a whole nother episode, but thanks for watching The Daily Driver. Here's my commute back on Saturday after errands. Mailbox, post office, gas, fill up. Now she's full, ready for the week ahead. Or I'll only use up to a half a tank. And yeah, let's go driving back. Welcome to Fresno, Daily Driver Podcast, driving around.
In 300 feet, turn left on West Bullard Avenue. Turn left on West Bullard Avenue, then take the first left. Turn left on West Bullard Avenue, then take the second left.
I know where I'm going, so I'm shutting her off. There's a seat grinding wobble that was getting in the way of the beautiness of the drive, so I've muted that, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. So yeah, I just made a right onto, now this is Bullard Avenue, and I'm coming up to Palm Avenue, and it looks like, yeah, it's a nice lovely day. Look at that Fresno big sky. I love that so much. It's just great to see it. And I'm going to make a right on Palm so that we can drive by my high school. And you know, what I really love about this place is that, I mean, I know I'm biased because I grew up here and I've been trying to get back here for a number of years. But it's just, for me, Berkeley always reminded me of Fresno in a way. Just the way it was laid out, how downtown, and it's all grid-like. And I really had a great acclimation when I was in my late teens, early 20s living there. So I was always trying to get back here, and what I love about it is that there's always a parking space if you need to go someplace. Here's the high school I went to, Bullard High. Yeah, there it is. Looks all modern now. There's, one of those carport solar panel rooftops in the parking lot, which is great. I really admire that. So, yeah, sorry about the ring glare. So there we go. Back on Palm Avenue. I'm going to make this left, and I'm going to cut up Barstow, which is a great street on its own. But look at that sky. It's a beautiful June day. It's going to be a lovely day on a Saturday. Daily Driver Podcast, Episode 1, Driving Around Fresno. Reflection. Like I said, was trying to get back here for a number of years, and it was difficult for me because when you're trying to relocate by yourself, it is difficult, right? I mean, you have to be so into your plans, right? Because when you're doing it with somebody, you have kind of another cheerleader there with you, So when you get down on a plan, or if you think a plan is stupid, you have the other person there who still believes in it enough to get you back on track, right? So for me, it was difficult to come up with a reasonable relocation plan. I didn't, in the end, ever really have one. I just had a nervous breakdown and bailed, really. But here we are. This is what I was trying to get back to. This is Maroa. I'm going to take this all the way back. Here we go. Maroa. Make a right turn on Maroa from Barstow. Beautiful sky. Look at this neighborhood. I would take any house in any of these scenes you're seeing. I would take any house. I would live in anywhere you're looking in this video. If you were going to give me a house there, I would say yes. Or let me buy it cheap. I mean, currently I'm looking at land in Oakhurst, which is about 40 minutes away from here. It's 2.5 acres. It looks like it has water and some sort of sewage, maybe. It's got a stream running through it and a giant boulder on the premises. And so it's like $50,000. So I'm trying, now that I'm gainfully employed at my forever dream job, I'm gonna try and get something like that. I know it's too soon. I think I'm about a year away from my bankruptcy being off my record. So I just applied for an apartment and I don't think it worked out very well. So if anything, will just know, that I have to wait another year before I can look at another apartment, which is fine. I like where I live. It's half of one of my biweekly paychecks for my expenses. So for me, that's a win, 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 win. And I can continue to save money as I pay other people back. So it's good. Driving down Maroa, driving down Maroa. Yeah, any of these neighborhoods is awesome. I love a no sidewalk neighborhood. Yeah, it just deters people from walking around. And yeah, I do live in a neighborhood that's sort of like Telegraph Avenue in Berkeley. It's called the Tower District. I love it. But it does have you know, your vagrants that hang out at the self-service car wash across from the Circle K, right? I mean, it's not ideal. But I love this sort of, view and this sort of drive, this sort of neighborhood, which is really close to a mall. I mean, in Fresno, it's so vast that, I mean, this is close to a whole different looking sort of part of town, but you wouldn't be able to tell because of the way it's laid out so long. And, if you're heading, you know, north to south on a street that's sort of laid out in a certain way, then you won't even realize you're in this weird mall neighborhood. I like it. I like it. And here we're driving. I wasn't saying much in the commentary. I was just focused on driving, and I would blurt out something. It was just too noisy to subject you to that. Like right here, I said I should get on my bike more. But yeah, I do love Maroa. It's it's great. We're coming up to a street called Shields, and after that, it will turn into Wishon Avenue. I just found out that the place that I had quit, that I helped start 7 years ago, is about to close in about a few months. So, I mean, of course, we all hope that they get a bunch of business and don't have to quit. I mean, nobody wants to see a place they started fail. I mean, I would love to go in there in 10 years and say, yeah, I helped start this place, right? So that's sad about Berkeley. And I'm glad I got out when I did because if I was going to stay there until September, I would probably have signed a lease at my old place, which is a year lease. And even though it's May to May, they make me sign it like in end of March, April. It's really weird. They make you like declare it in February, and then they would, you know, come around with it under your door and like give you a couple of months, but really want you to do it now. So I always did. And if I had signed it in May, which is now, right? So I would have already been part of the, if I would have stayed up there, I would have been in the middle of a 1 year lease or at the beginning of another 1 year lease and just found out that we're going to close in September. So then I would be stuck up there doing something I probably hate, or I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. I'm glad I did what I did. I mean, it wasn't easy, and it really put a strain on some relationships. And I found out something, you know, about someone close in my family. So but yeah. So here we are at Shields, and yeah, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I came back. I know this place like the back of my hand, and what has changed since I left isn't very much. I love the Fresno Big Sky. Everything in Berkeley is going up 16 stories, so what used to be similar in this sort of, I mean, this used to look like Berkeley, 10 years ago. It would look just like this, the vast sky, just, 1 story houses for the most part. And now we're on Wishon Avenue. I used to live right there where I pointed. Yeah, right there. That little house right there. I used to live when I met my ex-wife. Wow. And she lived 1 block over. And we both met at work, which you can't do anymore. Yeah. This was 2005, I want to say. And yeah, 2005, we met at work, flirted at work a lot, and then ended up taking it off the clock. As I like to say. But yeah, now you can't do that anymore. If you ask somebody out at work, HR gets involved. So yeah, you have to really be careful and I guess just be alone, right? Which is fine. I don't want to ruin my Saturdays. Teehee. So here we are on Wishon, and it's part of my little Saturday routine. I get up, I go get my mail. Like I said, I was just 5 minutes before it closed, and I have to figure out why I'm not getting my mail. I'm just getting mail of dead people. It says my name on the inside of the PO box, but I'm not getting any of my mail. So I may have to go back to Berkeley on a Saturday because the post office I used to rent to is there and see if maybe they want me to. I don't know. I didn't renew the box, but I didn't. I didn't have time to turn the keys in, so I may have to take them back and pay whatever relocking fee there is. I don't know. That might be worth a trip back up just to get out of here for a morning. But I don't want to leave Fresno now. So that's a good place to put a pin in this. And I'll see you on the morning commute, Monday morning, or the evening commute, depending how running late I am. But thanks for watching. And I'm about to park. So let's. Oh no, this is This is Tower District just driving around. Yeah. But yeah, good place to put a pin in this. Let's I would love to get a house somewhere in this neighborhood. But yeah, thanks for listening. We'll get this going again, hopefully on a daily basis. I wish you well. If you have an idea that you think you need to do, just do it. I was thinking about this Fresno trip for years. And the only reason it took me as long as it did was because, that's cool, she waved back, was because I didn't have a little partner. I was by myself in the relocation plan. And it wasn't until I contacted an old temp agency contact who had closed down one temp agency and was working at another place, Roth Staffing, Ultimate Staffing. Yeah, that's when my plan sort of came in my mind of where once, she said she could place me someplace, I was definitely into it and was able to see myself quitting, right? Just like, because when you don't have a plan, you can't really see yourself out of, getting out of a place. So, yeah, if you need to leave a place, just figure out what the thing is that would make you follow through with that plan. For me, it was needing to find a promise of work. And this temp agent said, I can place you. Once that was in my mind, it was easy for me to get out of there. So figure out what it is you need. I figured that out and just found someone that could give me that. So don't sell yourself short. Don't think it can't happen. It can happen. I'm having a blast. I'm learning a lot about myself and a new industry, which I love. So do it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Enjoy these last few frames of the Tower District as I am now on Olive Avenue driving home. Cheers. Enjoy. Coming soon, it'll be me behind the wheel shifting and getting onto the Highway 99 craziness and then back. So I'll try and do to work and from work in the driver's seat. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. And stay tuned for more episodes of the Daily Driver Podcast.